Gio Gonzalez a combined 13 wins, the team 18-3 when one or the other toes the rubber. Atlanta has suffered the consequences lately. Strauss made it 2 for 2 yesterday, and Gio gets his chance at a repeat performance next on Masson.
Washington Nationals baseball.
It's another beautiful day for baseball at Nationals Park. The Nats have beaten the Braves 4 in a row this year. We have the Rookie of the Month on the ball club. Bryce Harper just named that. And things are looking good in Natstown right now. The guys are playing well at home. The Atlanta Braves have struggled in the East. They're only 4-11 this year. So let's talk about Gio Gonzalez. He's won 5 games in a row, pitching 7 innings like every other time out. And this guy's one of the top 2 or 3 pitchers in the league, maybe all of baseball right now.
We look forward to every 5th day when Gio pitches. It's the Gio show, and he has been outstanding this year. The Nats have won 9 of 10 Gio starts. He's completed at least 6 innings in 8 of his last 9 starts. He's allowed only 1 home run this season, and guess what? He was just named NL Pitcher of the Month. So Gio Gonzalez doing everything. And when you talk to opposing hitters, and I was talking to some of the Braves guys down on the field yesterday, they say it's hard to get his fastball down the zone. It looks like it's going to be belt high. It looks like it's going to be a low strike. Next thing you know, you swing at it, it's up in your eyes.
And during this 5-game winning streak, he's gone 7 innings 3 times. He's gone 7 5 times this year, and he was brilliant against the Braves last time out.
Yeah, he was, and it was with the fastball, just a challenge fastball. He featured it all night long, 95, 96 miles an hour, and the numbers on Gio Gonzalez, we're talking about a triple crown guy, and if it was up to me, he'd be starting for the National League in the All-Star game.
And when you come to the ballpark, you're going to see great pitching, and your chance of seeing a win are very good. The Nats are 16-8 at home this year. How about 5 out of 6 against the East? The Nats trying to sweep an abbreviated 2-game series with Atlanta straight ahead. Jeep. Visit Jeep.com to learn more. And by Cholula Hot Sauce, the flavorful hot sauce with the iconic wooden cap. Nice day at the ballpark. Sun kind of ducking in and out from behind the clouds. And the Nats are trying to win their 31st game of the year, their 17th at home. Visit Train.com for an independent Train comfort specialist dealer near you. It's hard to stop a Train. Humidity's still down. It's lovely in D.C. Good baseball weather, good pitching weather, and some might say good hitting weather. But is it when you're facing Gio Gonzalez? Martin Prado wearing out left-handers this year. This might be the matchup of the day. Maybe Gonzalez against Prado, Gonzalez against Ugla. Prado's .387 is fourth best in the league, and he's 10th in the National League, hitting .325. That was Gio's first start last weekend down at Turner Field against the Braves. 2 runs, 7 innings pitched, only 1 hit as he got the W.
Yeah, last time out he did get the W in that 7-2 win. He allowed just 1 hit in 7 stellar innings. He struck out 10, walked 3, allowed a Michael Bourne triple in the 3rd inning, and that was it. At one point, last time out, Gio struck out 8 of 10 batters he faced. He threw 108 pitches, 69 for strikes. So 2-seam fastball, 4-seam fastball, curve, change is what the Braves will be checking out for the left-hander today.
Big crowd today. Close to 40,000, we think. First pitch of the game is right in there. And we're underway on time. Almost at 1:36. Bourne 67 hits, second most in the league. Gio goes with a breaking ball and misses. 14-year veteran Ron Kulpa has the plate. DJ Rayburn, Jim Wolf, and Darryl Cousins, the crew chief, on the bases. Bourne slaps a base hit. His 68th hit of the year. Melky Cabrera leads the league with 81.
Let's check out the defense today for the Nats behind Gio. Lombardozzi, Harper, Morse in the outfield. Desmond Zimmerman on the left side of the infield. Espinoza, LaRoche on the right side. And Jesus Flores doing the catching. And Gio Gonzalez loves pitching in this ballpark. I always say he feeds off the energy of the fans. Not used to pitching at home in front of a lot of people last year in Oakland. Check out the numbers. 3-0 with a 1.29 here at Nats Park.
Here's Martin Prado. 0 for 3 against Gonzalez last week. By the way, Bourne, and that ball almost got away. Adam LaRoche had to reach. That one was so errant. Terry Pendleton was trying to get out of the way. The first base coach.
Throw over there, and you're trying to pick off TP. Look out.
Prado 6th in the league in on-base percentage at .401. But as mentioned, 0 for 3 against Gio. Bourne was the only Brave who had that hit, as FP mentioned. So he's now 2 out of 3 against Gio Gonzalez. And he's a running threat. Prado, a good number 2 man to have when there's somebody on base. He can handle the bat, moves it around. And this year, Bourne is 14 for 19. Quickly 0-2. Braves in the league, 3rd in runs, 5th in home runs, 7th in batting average. They're without Brian McCann today, still sore after taking that fastball off the knee last night. And we'll talk about this a little more later. The Nats have a change in their bullpen today. Mike Gonzalez has been called up, used to pitch for Atlanta. 0-2. He made an offer on the appeal. No swing, says DJ Rayburn.
And that's the fastball I was talking about, talking to some of the Braves hitters yesterday. You think the fastball is going to be about belt high, you go to swing and it's up in your eyes.
Prado hitting at .325. Bourne a short lead. Gio freezes him, and straight back it goes.
Now, one thing I like that Gio Gonzalez did in the Atlanta series that maybe some other starters didn't do was feature his fastball. A couple of guys were staked to a lead in that series. I thought maybe went to the off speed a little bit too much. And then on Sunday, Gio said, you know what? I'm going to show you, I'm going to use my fastball predominantly. The curveball was good. The changeup was good. He threw a lot of fastballs by a lot of Braves hitters.
1-2 again. He goes off speed. Well, I think we found out yesterday with Steven Strasburg, when you throw your fastball for strikes, everything for a power pitcher works off of that.
There's only a handful of guys at the major league level that can outstuff the opponent. Most guys have to set up pitches. Most guys have to pitch and hit spots. But I think when you talk about Strasburg and you talk about Gonzalez, those are 2 guys that can just outstuff the other team. Meaning my stuff's better than anything you got. and I can throw it wherever I want. Get away with mistakes in the strike zone because the velocity's so good. And Strasburg might have found that out yesterday. He was 98-99 with his fastball right out of the gate.
2-2, runner goes. Swing and a miss. Throw is short, and a good pick there by Danny Espinosa, but Bourne beat it. So Prado strikes out, and Bourne swipes his 15th.
And there's the elevator fastball from Gio Gonzalez early in this game. Prado can't hold up on the swing. Bourne with a great jump. And a good pick by Espinosa to keep Bourne at second base, but that fastball up, he couldn't catch up.
You know, good point on the play by Espinosa. Depending on the runner, you got to be real careful about trying to do a one-handed sweep on a play like that. You make a mistake, Michael Bourne's on third base. Danny did well to corral that thing. Now it's Freddie Freeman up to the number 3 spot. He's been hitting 5th for the most part, but without McCann today. Freeman gets bumped up even though it's against a lefty.
And as a middle infielder covering the base on a steal, you have a clock going off in your head. You're watching the play develop, and you know, based on where the runner is and how long the play is taken, if you can pick the ball and put a tag down, and you have a chance. And I think right there, Danny Espinosa knew that play took a little too long to develop, and there was no need to try to pick the ball and make a tag.
So he becomes backstop just like a catcher might.
Yep.
Freddie Freeman hitting .253. Strasburg struck him out twice yesterday, grounded him out the first time. Breaking ball, hit out to center. Bryce Harper is there. He's going to set up for a throw here. He'll hit the cutoff man. Bourne stays at second, 2 outs. Dan Uggla will be the other interesting lefty-righty matchup for Gio today. The Nats winning 2 out of 3 in the division. Braves, by the way, are 4-11. Tommy Hanson, 4 of his 5 wins on the road. And the aggressive but intelligently attacking Nats continue to do well, swinging early in the count. So here's Dan Uggla.
83 hits on the first pitch, and Ian Desmond has 82 of them.
That's the stat of the day right there. Dan Uggla 0 for 1 with 2 walks against Gio Gonzalez last weekend. If there was one hitter on Sunday night that Gio didn't appear to want a whole lot to do with, it was Uggla. And he pops him up on the first one from Michael Morse. Nice comeback after the leadoff single. And now the Nats face Tommy Hanson. Sixth in the league in home runs. And here's the Dodge starting lineup. See your authorized Dodge dealer. Experience a world of performance, design, and fuel efficiency. Schedule a test drive or check out Dodge.com for that powerful lineup. Bryce Harper, last 11 games, .366, the on-base percentage in the .460 range. On the year, The rookie is hitting .278. On-base percentage overall of .368. A fine start indeed to his big league career. Tommy Hanson, 2-3 career and 9 starts against the Nats with a .348 ERA. And as mentioned, better on the road this year than he has been at spacious Turner Field. That's a little confusing.
Yeah, coming off a tough outing on May 28th against the Cardinals. Lasted just 3 1/3 innings. Gave up 6 runs on 8 hits. Struck out 6 through 92 pitches. And those were in just 3 innings. So 4-seam fastball, slider, curveball change for Hanson.
22nd round draft pick back in 05. Won 11 games for the Braves last year, but he was hurt, right shoulder tendonitis, in June and August. They shut him down August 6th for the rest of the year. He's got an interesting motion where he kind of pulls his right arm and hand back. Almost looks like he's throwing darts or aiming at home plate.
Yeah, short arm guy, dart thrower. Watched the video on his last outing against the Cardinals, and the slider wasn't sliding. Just kind of spinning up there.
Hey, there's Lombardozzi. First major league home run. The Nats are on top early. Well, the way he's been hitting line drives, you knew it had to happen. And he hit the back wall of the bullpen with that one. Tommy Hanson gives up his 8th homer of the year, and Lombardozzi is in the home run club.
He's also in the silent treatment club. Check it out. Nobody's getting up to congratulate him. Nobody's saying a word right now, and there they go. Congratulations on your first major league home run.
And here's another one by Bryce Harper. See you later. 2-0 Nationals.
Unbelievable.
Don't get to the ballpark late, folks. Now he's getting the same thing.
No, they're all down in the tunnel. They're not even in the dugout. They decided to evacuate the place. This is great. Having some fun in the Nats dugout, and why wouldn't you? 2 batters, 2 jacks, 2-0 Nats, and in a big way, there goes the no-hitter.
Here's Ryan Zimmerman. What a first pitch ambush that was by Harper. Zimmerman will take a strike.
Well, when you go 3 1/3 your last outing, you give up 6 runs on 8 hits. If you're Tommy Hanson right now, your head must be spinning a little bit. You watch the video. His command was off. He was wild in the strike zone. The slider wasn't sliding. The curveball was decent last start.
And Zimmerman hits it right to where Freddie Freeman was playing on an off-the-line shift. First out here, bottom of the first.
And check out the home run from Lombardozzi. His first big league home run, a fastball down and then just simply drops the head on the baseball. And that was a tracer off the back wall of the bullpen. They got the baseball, so he'll have that back. And before he can catch your breath, Bryce Harper comes up and says, Lumbo, you got nothing. I'm going to go in the upper tank. Back-to-back home runs. There's Lombardozzi's home run. Jason Hayward flips it to the bullpen. And that'll go in his trophy case for the rest of his life. Awesome.
Adam LaRoche goes up swinging, fouls it. So the Nats have suddenly hit 50 home runs on the year. Lombardozzi's first. He hit 17 in the minor leagues in 4 years. Why are we surprised? But the way he hits line drives, just a matter of time before he got a little elevation on one.
Some quick thinking down the dugout. Silent treatment on Lumbo's first major league home run.
Now LaRoche is going to the right center. Ball not carrying that far. And over to get it, Jason Hayward. 2 outs.
And then hurry up everybody down the tunnel. A little evacuation piece on Harper's home run. Somebody on the bench gave it up for Harper, though. He was kind of dangling in the wind there. Nobody in the dugout at all. I think it might have been one of the trainers reached back and high-fived Bryce Harper, but he was hanging. Where'd everybody go? I just hit another jack.
Here's Michael Morso for 4 in his debut yesterday. In his career, 2 for 7 with a homer and 4 RBIs against Tommy Hanson. So that was Lombardozzi and Harper facing this pitcher, each of them for the first time.
I'm thinking about Bryce's home run. His trot was so fast, he didn't give guys enough time to get back up in the tunnel. I mean, if he would have had a normal home run trot right there, the whole team could have went back up in the clubhouse, and you would have had nobody on the bench because he sprints around the base pass. Only about 8 guys got a chance to get up in the tunnel.
Off speed, it stays up and in. And of course, Michael hit 31 last year, drove in 95. Hit the ball sharply 2 of his 4 times yesterday. All the balls were kind of up the middle toward the shortstop. One of them deep in the hole. And the count now 2-2. By the way, the Marlins underway at Philadelphia, no score. That is Carlos Zambrano and Joe Blanton. Jonathan Neese tonight for the Mets as they try to sweep St. Louis. On a pitch away, Michael Morse fans. But what a big, what a loud, what a long top of the first for the Braves. And then the bottom of the first, Lombardozzi goes deep. Back wall the bullpen. Harper way upstairs. Upper tank. 2-0 Nats.
Check out Bryce Harper's home run trot. First, we'll look at the home run. Fastball up and in, and you can't hit a ball any harder than that. That was in the turbo zone. But the sprint around the bases, he had some kind of trot going, especially around second base.
Gio Gonzalez, 1 pitch, hot shot. Matt Diaz right at Danny Espinosa. 4 straight for Gonzalez since giving up the base hit to Michael Bourne.
He picked up speed coming around second, was flying around third base. You got a stopwatch on this. Probably one of the better home run trots as far as time goes in the big leagues. This is where he gets it. And right when he's going back to the dugout, he gets back there. And look, guys are just starting to get down in the tunnel, and they come back up. 17 seconds on the home run trot for Bryce Harper.
Lefty-lefty here with Hayward. Strike on the outside corner. So Gio Gonzalez gets something that many Nats pitchers haven't enjoyed that much this year, and that's the early lead right out of the gate. Let's see what he does with it. Moving Hayward off the plate there. Hayward 0 for 3 against Gio in Atlanta last week. That ball will go foul. Strike 2.
And like we always say, just because you have a lead and you're pitching with a lead doesn't mean you just lay fastballs right down the middle. Stick to your game plan. In your mind, it's a 0-0 baseball game. Keep everything the same as you did the last inning. You can be a little more aggressive and attack the strike zone a little more frequently. And a guy like Gio, as we said in the first inning, can get away with some mistakes because of the velocity. But don't change a thing. 0-0 in your mind.
Pitcher of the month for May, just named right before the game. 5-0 with a 2.25 ERA that month. Batting average against him in the month was 156. But pretty much it was that in April as well. That's his entire season total coming in. Hayward will pop it up left side. That ball out of play. 45 strikeouts in 32 innings. And the second inning is presented by Luna. Call for the Luna double. Get your second room of flooring free at 877-241-LUNA. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, a little bit low. Gio Gonzalez, lifetime record, 45 and 33. Today is his 100th career start, facing David Ross. Next, after Hayward jacks one to center. Look at that. Harper barely had to move except for his arms. 2 outs. Rookie of the month, pitcher of the month. The future's so bright, we got to wear shades. How about that? And of course, Steven Strasburg last month. FP was broadcaster of the month last month, but we didn't hear about that till just now.
I don't like to talk about that.
Thought you had a great month right out of the gate there, buddy.
Thanks. Keep working hard to get that someday.
This ball to center, and Harper can't get there. Just wasn't hit that hard. Ross will dump a 2-out base hit over there. And for David Ross, he'll take it. That breaks an 0 for 17 for him. And he's always been a good hitting catcher. Career batting average up in the 280s.
And Brian McCann with a contusion on his kneecap from that fastball he took right off the kneecap yesterday from Johnny Venters. Mid-90s fastball, crossed him up. He thought it was a slider. It was a fastball. So we like to watch him play, and we hope he gets well soon.
Yeah, I think Brian McCann would fall under the category of one of our favorite opposing players.
Absolutely.
Because of the way he plays, the way he grinds, and how clutch of a hitter he is. Big time swing by the rookie Andrelton Simmons. 0 for 3 in his big league debut yesterday. Just called up after hitting .292 at AA Mississippi. He was at Single-A Lynchburg last year, hit .311, and was named the Atlanta Organization Player of the Year. Now, if you're the best player in that organization, you're pretty good.
A pretty quick swing. Short swing, compact. Made some nifty plays at shortstop yesterday. Probably took a couple of hits away from Michael Morse. Going to his left. And check out that short swing. Foot down early. Hips open up. Head down.
High heater.
Tough to catch up to that one.
Talking to Joe Simpson on the Braves TV crew, and Dale Murphy, who's here for radio this weekend. After the game yesterday, they were so impressed with the way Simmons handled himself around the bag on some balls up the middle. There were a couple of balls yesterday that they think would have been base hits last week, but not with this kid out there. That will be his first major league hit into the corner. There's a catcher running, so Lombardozzi has time to get it in. It'll be second and third, 2 outs. Took Lombardozzi a little bit of a time to get over there and then pick it out of the corner. And with Tommy Hanson coming up, the Braves have the tying runs on.
As a left fielder, a ball down the corner, you don't want to get too close of it, because every once in a while that ball will hit the wall and kick past you. So as a left fielder, you have to keep your space down there. As you watch the quick swing we were just talking about, you did a nice job of digging that low pitch out and shooting it down the left field line. But once you get down that corner, if you're Lombardozzi, you got to keep your space. You got to let the ball come to you. And you also got to know your runners. Nice job.
Tommy Hanson is 1 for 16 this year. He's an .071 career hitter with 5 RBIs. If there were less than 2 outs, he might try to squeeze a run home because he's an outstanding bunter. And Gio misses, going 2-0. And the one guy who's been his nemesis in the Atlanta lineup is on deck. So he does not want to face Michael Bourne. Ball, nope, he got the call on the corner. Had just enough to get back as Bourne awaits after stealing a base his first time. Foul tip, strike 2. Two well-hit balls in this inning. The scorcher by Hayward right at Harper. And then the 2-out double by Simmons. A lot of fastballs so far. Swing and a miss, and the top of the second is over. Braves will have 3 stranded already. The Nats by 2. Desmond Espinosa Flores coming. By your Washington, D.C. BMW centers. By AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. And by Hyundai. If it's fuel efficient, affordable, stylish, and safe, it's probably a Hyundai. Nats have their second first-inning leadoff homer of the year. Desmond did it back on April 10th. Lombardozzi does it today. And it's the third time they've gone back-to-back home runs. Find out why the government turns to STG at stginc.com. Throwing a lot of breaking balls, Tommy Hanson. In terms of putting on the brakes now. Velocity down on that heater.
Yeah, I think the big thing's a velocity down. You're talking to Braves people. That's a guy that could run it up there in the mid-90s on occasion before. And when you have to rush to get to that fastball, it opens up everything else for Tommy Hanson. And he's a guy that is a feel guy. If his slider's working on a given day, he'll go with the slider. If his curveball's working on that day, he'll scrap the slider and go to the curveball.
Ian Desmond, career 5 out of 19 against Hanson. No trouble holding off that outside 90-mile-an-hour fastball. With a homer and 3 RBIs is Ian against Tommy. And that's on the front door for a strike.
I would like to know how many ball clubs in the big leagues this year have had 2 rookies go back-to-back home runs to start a game off.
I would think that'd be a first. Desmond reaching for it, pops it up. David Ross for the first down. So just after 2 o'clock here. Nats have gone back-to-back for the 3rd time this year. LaRoche and Nady May 16th against the Pirates. Jesus Flores and Steven Strasburg 2 weeks ago on the 20th against the Orioles. And a 2-0 lead on first-inning rookie Power.
42 years combined between the two. That makes me feel super old.
And 6 major league home runs. Espinosa puts that ball into no man's land, and that's good for a base hit. Outstanding lay down of a bunt by Danny Espinosa.
Even if Freddie Freeman fields this perfectly and say that fast 3 times, I don't think he gets Danny Espinosa. Perfect bunt, right in the right spot. Bring it with you. And check it out. That's why I love the bunt. You see guys lay down bunts, and it's a fire drill. Guys panic. They don't know what to do because not too many guys do it anymore. So just by the fact that you get the ball down, you get it to the spot you want, you watch all heck break loose around you, you get yourself a hit. Nice job.
Yeah, Danny had a walk and 2 strikeouts yesterday, a no contact day, so he just goes up and steals himself a hit. Here's Jesus Flores. He'll take it outside. Jesus hitting the ball well now. He's hit safely 9 of his last 10 games with 12 hits. A 354 clip that has him now hitting just under 270. Espinosa running. Flores right behind him with a base hit. A perfect hit and run with the pitcher on deck. And now Jesus Flores is 13 for his last 36. So over the last 2 weeks, he is batting a crisp 361.
Don't you just like fundamental baseball? Isn't it fun to watch? A perfect execution of the hit and run. Danny Espinosa right here taking a base. The hole is created. Jesus Flores does a nice job of hitting behind the runner, and all of a sudden you got first and third for a good hitting Gio Gonzalez. But Carp, looking back at that, I think that was a straight steal by Espinosa.
Never looked back, did he?
He didn't look back in. Flores taking advantage of the runner in motion, using the hole.
It's a beautiful thing.
So maybe a run and hit.
Yeah, and you know, the key to the whole thing, you can do that when you're ahead. Press the issue. Put the pressure on the visiting team. You can see a variety of things here. Safety squeeze, suicide squeeze. That'll be a strike on Gio reaching for a pitch that was outside. Depending on the count, he could swing away. Safety squeeze, and what I mean by that is getting the runner at first down to second, and if they make a mistake, maybe Espinosa scores from third.
Hey, you read it as a runner on third base. You get a good jump and the ball's bunted in the right direction, you stroll home.
Hansen, now this is one time when that fake to third jump off and throw to first might be a good thing. Would he suicide squeeze here? Espinosa's not coming. There's the safety. A play to first. Well done. 1-4 on the sacrifice, and 2 men in scoring position for Lombardozzi. That's Gio's 5th sacrifice of the year.
Let's check out both home runs to start this game off. Lombardozzi, fastball down and in, drop the head. Serious linea off the backside of the bullpen. His first big league home run. And Bryce Harper's first home run on a first pitch. Upper tank job over the bullpen. So 2 bolts for 2 young rookies starting this game off.
Lombardozzi out into right center. Here comes Bourne, and he will get there.
What a play.
That'll save 2 runs, and it stays a 2-0 game. That's why you have to have some scat backs in the outfield, especially center field. Well played by Michael Bourne. And here's our AFCEA sideline report. Visit AFCEA.org, the Association for IT Pros. And Christina, a very wealthy young man, had something interesting to say today.
That's right, Bob. With the draft coming up tomorrow, I talked to Bryce Harper about his experience and the advice that he would give to guys in the position of getting drafted and signing or going with a 4-year university. And he said with the ways the rules are now, things might be a little different for him.
If it was me now, I wouldn't sign. Absolutely, yeah, because it's just like you're going through, the minors and whatnot. Why don't you go to 3-year school and, you're still going to get the same money anyways. It's all slot now. So, I'd go out and, have some fun at, Florida or LSU or, a big school like that, have a good time, and then, get going with AA and AAA when you get drafted.
Bryce obviously did have a great experience ultimately with the draft, and I asked him if he still keeps his eye on it to this day with it coming up tomorrow. He said, you know what, I have a ton of buddies. They're coming up, ready to go. I'm rooting for them. I'm watching them. I'm hoping that they all do great things.
Well, it brings up an interesting discussion, not only about the money. I mean, that's, whatever. But do you want to be coached by college coaches or do you want to be coached by professional coaches? This has been an ongoing debate over the years. And I know a former general manager who used to work here, he would tell parents, let us draft your son. We'll take care of him. We'll take care of his pitch limit, all that stuff. We're going to baby him. We're going to bring him along slowly. And sometimes in college, guys can get a little overworked and they're pitching against aluminum bats, talking about pitchers. But FP, it's an interesting debate from a financial view now, but also from the kind of coaching you want as a young player.
Interesting take from a 19-year-old in the big leagues.
I wouldn't do it.
I'm surprised he didn't mention Duke in there somewhere.
That's on the corner, and Michael Bourne strikes out looking. Gio Gonzalez with some serious paint on the Nissan pitch track, strikeout number 3.
Yeah, see, he's obviously working Michael Bourne away, and that one was perfect. And pitch him away, play him away, plus fastball on the black. Bourne looking for something else, maybe inside. Started his swing, couldn't hold up, but it was a strike either way.
Get to a Nissan dealer. Great deals on innovation you can count on. Innovation for all. Ball 1 to Martin Prado. Prado swinging, strikeout first time. And that'll be another hit for him. He's having a good year, too. That's his 64th hit. 10th in the league in that department. He's aboard with 1 out.
Now, we were in Florida about ready to get on the elevator, and Austin Rivers was there for the Celtics series. He went to Duke, and Bryce Harper kept saying, is that Austin Rivers? Is that Austin Rivers? And finally he had enough guts to go up and introduce to myself, Austin Rivers should be pumped to meet you, and he was excited to meet Austin Rivers. It was kind of a cool scene.
Freeman, a fly ball to center first time. Target in. Good pitch under the hands of a left-hander. Gio coming into this start had only allowed 33 hits in 62 innings. Braves have 4 already today. Out of play.
I can't even imagine what it's like to face Gio Gonzalez as a lefty. What Freddie Freeman is seeing right now. And we talked to Eric Hinsky the other day, the great bench guy, the clutch pinch hitter for the Braves, and he said he had to start against Gio in Atlanta. And it's just tough. It looks like he's coming right at you. The ball looks like it's going to be down in the zone. Almost pitching from behind you the way he crossfires. And obviously a tough at-bat for any lefty.
And Hinsky was 0 for 3 in that game. 1 ball and 2 strikes, a runner aboard with 1 out. Marlins have scored a run in the top of the 3rd at Philadelphia against Joe Blanton. Miami and the Mets a game back of the Nats. Atlanta 3 back, Phil's 3.5. Target outside. And Flores was also poised to pop up and throw to second had Prado been on the move. Dangerous hitter next, Dan Uggla. Braves start the day only 3 games over 500 now. Their problem has been in the division. 4 wins, 11 losses. And 4 of those to the Nats. Another guy swinging at that high fastball. We have an AT&T fact of the game for you. Look at that. The NL East, Phillies in last place 3.5 back. AL East, Blue Jays in last place 3 back. You talk about great ball clubs bunched together.
And it's going to be a dogfight till the last day of the season.
Looks like it. We'll get a taste of the AL East here starting next weekend with a trip to Fenway Park. Big breaking ball for the strikeout. That was a beauty. Number 4 for Gio Gonzalez, who's fanned 3 of the last 4 Braves.
Well, I think Gio was hesitant to go to the curveball against Freddie Freeman because he was late on his fastball, but he had him set up. A couple of fastballs high that Freeman was a little bit late on. Is that a dragonfly to the left of Freddie Freeman right there in the shot? I mean, you see everything in Exmo.
Here's Zugla.
I want a TV that's just Exmo in my house.
Take you a year to watch 24.
I didn't even look at the ball anymore. I was just watching the dragonfly almost get hit by the baseball as the curveball's spinning.
Hey, FP, what'd you think of that first episode of the season? I don't know. I'm not done with it yet.
I'm still looking at dragonflies.
Outside to Ugla, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Show me the dragonfly one more time.
Oh, there he is.
Right there. See him? Just cruising along. Big league game.
Not knowing how close to death he really was.
That is so cool.
Nothing evidently is more carefree than a dragonfly on a Sunday afternoon in June.
Might be related to that dove that Randy Johnson hit.
Dan Ugla flied to right on the first pitch he saw to end the first inning. He hits that ball hard to the gap. Michael Morse trying to cut it off. Even if he does, Prado might score. They'll send him, and the Braves are on the board as they score against Gio Gonzalez here. 2-1 game, 3rd inning. Dan Ugla, 32nd RBI.
Yeah, whenever Dan Ugla's going this way, not a good sign for the opposition. Got a ball up, drove it in the gap. Michael Morse took a good route to this ball. Did a good job of cutting it off and getting it back in, but it was too late. Prado, with his speed, scores easily, and all of a sudden you got a 2-1 ball game.
That's what Dan Ugla was doing last year between July 5th and August 13th when he had that 33-game hitting streak. We saw him using the ballpark more than he ever had before. So here's Matt Diaz, who bounced out to second first time up. He'll hit it hard. Desmond will stab it to his left. Braves have had some good swings at Gio Gonzalez today, and the Nats are on top. 2, 3, and 4 coming up. Harper, Zimmerman, and LaRoche, and a great reaction by Ian Desmond. LaRoche. Bryce, very deep first time up. Find out why the government turns to STG, stginc.com.
You want to know why all those numbers have gone up on the right side? That's because Bryce Harper all of a sudden is keeping his head still. He's not fooled on the off speed because he's not jumping out there. You know, early on, that's all everybody was feeding him. It's off speed, off speed, off speed, because when you have the big leg kick and your head is moving in the batter's box, it's tough to pick that up. But now he's quieted everything down. He's hitting the off speed much better, as good as he's hitting the fastball.
Saw an interesting set of numbers this morning about Bryce Harper. And, you know, we can talk about this again in about 22 years. But the start of his career, very similar to Hank Aaron's. First 31 games, 278. Hank hit 276. They each had 4 homers. Aaron 15 RBIs. Harper 21. Now he's added another homer and RBI onto that. Just a little fun to play with those sort of things. But that's one of those talk to me down the road sort of deals. Way down the road. Harper reaching for that one, and a little pop up over to Prado for the first out. Bottom third. Ignite your attitude with a 5-game flex plan. You pick 4 games, another one is free, starting at just $60. Check it out, nationals.com/flex. Some restrictions apply. Ryan Zimmerman bounced out to Freddie Freeman right where he's standing now, about 15 to 20 feet off the first base line. Middle infielders will tend to pinch Ryan up the middle. So there's Freeman, and then Uggla's actually standing outfield grass, shading up right in front of the umpire.
As a hitter, you look at that, you know they're going to pitch you. And there's no way that Michael Bourne would be that far on the right field side of second base if they were going to pitch Ryan Zimmerman in. So you look out at that as a hitter and you say, all right, they're going to work me away. And I think Ryan knows that, because that's been the book on him for the last month. Everything away.
Tried to hook around that one and pull it. 2 balls, 1 strike. And Ryan is going well. He'll wear out the scoreboard. He'll wear out dead center field. Still waiting for him to get hot. Adam LaRoche went up first time and flied to right. And a 2-1 to Zimmerman.
And see, that's a pitch that when Ryan's locked in, he doesn't miss. You know, obviously you're sitting fastball in a 2-1 count, but that was a hanging slider right there from Tommy Hansen. And he pulled it foul. When he's locked in, that ball's in the seats. Good hitters don't miss that pitch. And we've seen Ryan, regardless if he's ahead in the count and you throw him a slider, hit that ball in the bullpen.
And a 2-2 is hit up the middle. Handled by Simmons, the young shortstop, 2 down, with Adam LaRoche coming in.
And you talk about adding a Michael Morse to this lineup and the effect that it has on everybody else. Every time you talk to pitchers, they're always aware of the 30 home run guy, the guy with a pop. And it affects the way they pitch to guys in front of them. It obviously affects the pitches that they see. And I think just by having Michael's presence in the lineup, it's going to change a lot of things, and they should score some more runs.
And LaRoche up the middle. Bad throw by Dan Uggla. And Adam will be safe at first. Braves are lucky that ball didn't get into the Nats dugout. And that'll be Dan Uggla's 8th error of the year.
All right, giving the my bad sign right now to Tommy Hansen. You see where he's playing, just a couple of steps to his right, sets, throws very casually. And that's one that infielders standing next to him, maybe even infielders in the Nationals dugout, don't even want to look at. It's like when you're on the driving range and the guy next to you's got the shanks. You don't even want to look at that if you're an infielder.
A 2-out chance for Michael Morse. So just when it appeared the Braves have grabbed some momentum, Tommy Hanson was about to get them right back into the dugout. The inning continues, and with a guy like this still hunting that first base hit, who knows what might happen. Michael pulling off the breaking ball there. Said he felt pretty good after his first at bat yesterday. Hit the ball sharply a couple of times. And a check swing.
Going to take a minute for him to get his timing back. Obviously, some at-bats at the A-ball level. See some pitching. All of a sudden, you get in the big leagues and it counts and everything speeds up. The pitching's a little more crisp. Your brain's moving a lot faster because it counts now. It's on your batting card. It's on your baseball card for the rest of your life. So now for Michael Morse, these games count. And like I said, it'll take about 30, 40 at-bats before he gets locked in. If you remember last year at the beginning of the year, he didn't start out very fast.
Yeah.
Right out of spring training. He owned Florida. The team went north, and all of a sudden, his swing went south.
And at 2-2, that's a front door off-speed pitch that gets him looking. Tommy Hanson has struck him out twice today. Nats have stranded 3, 2-1 game middle innings coming up. Is brought to you by Hyundai. If it's fuel efficient, affordable, stylish, and safe, it's probably a Hyundai. Only thing you can't do is drive it from Alexandria to the ballpark. The water taxi will take care of that. Beautiful day on the Potomac and an inspirational day every day at the ballpark with our DynCorp International Troop recognition. DynCorp International, we serve today for a better tomorrow. Gio Gonzalez, 50 pitches, 35 strikes. Braves have had some good looks against him today. And that's a breaking ball outside to Jason Hayward. He might have hit the hardest ball of the day, other than the Harper and Lombardozzi home runs on that scorcher right at Harper. Back in the second. Good breaking ball there.
And it does seem like the Braves are on the fastball today from Gonzalez, and maybe today's a day where he features his curveball a little bit more.
Well, second time around the order now. That's a pretty good fastball as we check out the Cholula hot sauce pitch track.
93 on the hot sauce, 93 on the black.
Bringing the heat and the flavor. Cholula.
Heat, flavor, and location on that pitch.
Well, whether at a Sunday barbecue or a ball game, it all works. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Goes with the heat upstairs and away.
I mean, you could rub some of that stuff on your arm, too, if you were a pitcher. Probably get you loose.
Hayward hits another hard one. Left center. Harper. He will get there. Looking a little better every day out there, reading balls and going to either gap. Bryce Harper. With Michael Morse back, he's going to be playing a lot of center field.
Yeah, give the scouting report some credit on the 2 at-bats for Jason Hayward. First line drive right to Bryce Harper in his tracks. This one playing him left center field. Got a good jump. And playing center field the day game's not easy. And you might think, well, yeah, the sun. No, it's all the white T-shirts behind home plate. That baseball comes out of T-shirts. And even if you have eye black on, even if you have Oakley's on, it's tough to pick up a low line drive playing day baseball in center field.
And the sun is in and out today from behind the clouds. Changing conditions constantly. Big breaking ball to David Ross, who pulled his groin last week on a check swing against the Nats. We thought he might go on the DL, but he was okay after a couple of days, and it's a good thing because the ill Brian McCann had to come in and replace him. And they called up a third catcher, J.C. Boscan, who is still on their roster a week later. So both ball clubs being careful with their catchers and carrying 3 receivers, which I guess over the long haul of a major league season, almost every club will at some point. Both efficient today. First pitch strikes. Greg Maddux should be smiling somewhere if you saw that. I remember doing a ball game in Florida one time when the Braves were playing the Marlins. Greg Maddux had first pitch strikes to 20 of the first 21 batters of the game.
And you know why that was? A, because he had great command, but B, because the book on him was swing early. So if you put a ball in play, and that's what you did against Greg Maddux, you swung at the first pitch pretty much every time because you didn't want to get to a 2-strike count. You put a ball in play off Maddux, it counts as a strike.
And then when the Nats played down there, I interviewed him one time, and it said, what's your best pitch? What is the thing that makes you what you are? He said first pitch fastball with movement for strike 1. So not just something straight, as you say, not just throwing it over the dish, but a quality pitch to either corner early in the count to get ahead.
And everything he threw moved.
2-2 pitch, low and inside. Rookie shortstop Andrelton Simmons, first major league hit, a double last time. Waiting. And a 3-2 with 1 out is a walk to Ross. He's on for the second time. Gio's first walk today. 26th of the year against 83 strikeouts. For solutions that help you achieve your financial goals, PNC Bank. For the achiever in you, we check in with Daniel Rosenbaum. We talked about him earlier. Left-hander at Harrisburg. Almost 8 innings last night. And he is 7-1. How long before he heads up to upstate New York, Syracuse way?
He's ready. Call him up.
If not, call him up, promote him. Simmons, ringing double, left field line, first time for his first big league hit. This one popped into right, and Michael Morse is right there. 2 outs. Slots, tables, and dining, the ultimate triple play, Hollywood Casino, Charlestown Races, and the strikeouts per 9 innings this year. Max Scherzer, who of course pitches on that staff with Justin Verlander. Then the 2 here who we think are the best in baseball as a combo. Tim Lincecum still striking a lot of guys out. I looked up today and was kind of surprised. Giants are now only 4 back of the Dodgers in the West. And how about the American League West, where the Research and Angels are now 3.5 back of the Rangers, and they've beaten them twice in Anaheim this weekend. That's why you play pitchers shallow on the offside in the outfield. The Braves have left 5. Middle of the 4th, it's 2-1 Washington. a great finisher, but evidently Abe got a little top heavy there. And the warning track becomes the land of Lincoln. Tom Jefferson with the W. The Nats lead at 2-1, middle of the 4th inning. All right, you're a hitter. You were a hitter facing a pitcher second time on consecutive weekends. Who's the advantage to? Because the Braves are getting some good swings on Gio here.
Well, I think when you face a guy that close apart, you want to see what he has on that given day. Obviously, you remember what you saw the last time you faced him. It was very quick, but then the whole guessing game comes. Well, he struck me out on that. Is he going to throw me that again? And then as a hitter, you remember, obviously, Gio really good against the Braves last time. You remember what he got you out with, and you reverse your game plan and sit on that next time. And I think there's a lot of hard-hit balls today off Gio Gonzalez, but his defense is doing a nice job. He's working fast, throwing strikes, keeping them in the game. And I think that's key. The curveball's been good. The fastball's been good. But for whatever reason, it seems like the Braves are on him a little bit more than they were last time in Atlanta.
So up to him to do some adjusting. First pitch swinging, bottom of the 4th. Ian Desmond fouls one. Fouled out to Ross first time up. And Desmond will get into this one out to center. Michael Bourne fighting the sun, which in this ballpark, this time of the year, this time of the day, is coming right over the press box here behind home plate. You look at the shadows, you can line it up. It is a tough sun field here. So Danny Espinosa will be next. But as Bourne looked up into the sun, we could see the sunlight just blazing off of those shades. There's the look right back toward us. In one of those 3 big open panels up there we are, and then the sun comes right over the top of that press box. It'll head for the third base line as the afternoon goes on.
And everybody wears the Oakleys with the eye black underneath nowadays. But back in the day, you had the flip downs, and I thought the flip downs were better for a couple of reasons. Number one, your eyes didn't have to readjust when you came up to the plate, because a lot of guys don't wear sunglasses when they hit. So, you'll stand out on defense for 15 or 20 minutes wearing shades. Then all of a sudden you take them off to hit, and your eyes have a tough time readjusting to the sun. And another reason why I thought flip downs were good is because you had those ones that were so tinted that if the ball got right in the sun, you flip them down. It was like welder's goggles. You could actually look right into the sun and see the black spot that was a baseball.
Espinosa almost got drilled squaring around again. Yeah, we've had that debate over the years. You don't see the flip downs much anymore.
And they have them too. They're in a case in the Nats dugout. Nobody uses them. But during day games, I would go find the darkest ones, put them right up under my bill, and you could just hit the bill of your cap. And the shades would come down, look right in the sun, be fine.
Espinosa just hooking foul. So Danny, after bunting for a hit first time up, getting a good swing there.
And getting back to that bunt last time, if he can do that once a week, a base hit bunt once a week, his average will go from 222 to 270 in no time.
Two balls, two strikes. Hits that ball pretty well the other way. It is carrying over Matt Diaz. And Danny Espinosa checks in with a stand-up double. FP, I've had hitters tell me that after you bunt for a hit, it helps you in your next at-bat because you're kind of watching the ball all the way to your bat. You're staying quiet, and looks like it might have happened here.
Well, it relaxes you also because you got a hit under your belt. Nice swing right there from Danny Espinosa, keeping the bat in the strike zone a long time. Sometimes Danny Espinosa gets right down to the baseball. His bat comes out of the zone from the left side, but right there, great plate coverage, staying on that baseball, not just flaring it to left field, driving it the other way. Great at bat.
And that gets the hot Jesus Flores to the plate now, hitting over 360 in his last 11 games. He had that perfect hit and run or run and hit base hit the other way last time. So the Nats a couple of shots to get that 2-run lead back as Jesus fouls one to the right.
Let me show you what I'm talking about with Danny Espinosa's swing right here. Watch how long his bat stays in the strike zone. Slow down for me, guys. A leg kick right here. Sometimes he's in and out with a V, but he has a nice U there, so where he's staying in the zone, his bat staying like that. Sometimes he'll get a little like that bat in and out of the zone, but if he could keep it in the zone for a long time, that's how the 300 hitters live.
Yep.
Draw a little bit right here. So when he's going good, he keeps the bat in the zone. Watch how long his head stays in the zone, his bat head. In the zone, through it, stays on the baseball. Now the bat's still going toward the ball. That's why he drove that ball over the left fielder's head. That's a great swing. Put that one in the computer and save it.
2 left-handed hits for Danny Espinosa today. Flores will be called out on a nasty breaking ball. That'll be strikeout number 3 for Tommy Hanson. Kinetic North America with the pitch track.
Yeah, it looks like the curveball from Hanson is the off-speed pitch today. Just a 12-6 breaker. Good frame on the backside by David Ross gets the call.
Kinetic North America provides world-class technology and responsive solutions to government customers. Well, Gio Gonzalez can go ahead and take a shot at a 2-out RBI here. He's driven in a run this year, his only career ribby. Two for 18 with 5 sacrifice bunts, one of them today. Giving Espinosa a lot of room out there. Second baseman Dan Ugla is about 30 feet away. And Espinosa will back up and take his lead off right in front of Andrelton Simmons and get a huge secondary lead here.
And Tommy Hanson pretty quick with a runner on first base, but he slows down a little bit with a runner on second, 1-6, 1-7. And even with 2 outs and a pitcher hitting, if you give it to Danny Espinosa, he'll rip third base.
Pretty good rip by Gio, strike 2. At Philadelphia, the Marlins have added a run in the 4th. Hanley Ramirez is hot. 11th home run. Guess how they got their other run? Carlos Zambrano hit his first home run of the year. So he has as many as Strasburg and Jordan Zimmerman finally.
And he's climbing that career home run list, leaving me in the dust.
And a swing and a miss ending the 4th inning. The Nats have stranded 4, the Braves 5, 2-1 into the 5th inning. For a treat at the ballpark. The wallflowers are coming, and we promise they won't just stand around. Nats Live post-game concert series, and the Braves will be back here in 6 weeks. July 21st after a 7:05 game. Second of 3 post-game concerts this season. Tickets start at just $10. Last night's was a big hit with Big and Rich. Hope you can enjoy that one on July 21st. And here's Gio Gonzalez against the Braves last weekend. How good was he?
Yeah, speaking of big hits, how about last Sunday on Sunday Night ESPN Baseball? Gio Gonzalez dealing 10 strikeouts, only gave up 1 hit in 7 innings through 108 pitches, and the fastball was furious all night long. I'm just looking at his pitch counts. The last 5 starts: 107, 115, 106, 108, and 108. That's a lot of pitches.
Yeah. Twice in April, he went 7 innings on 97 and 91 pitches. That's a fair ball to LaRoche. Better get to the bag. Safe as Michael Bourne outraced Gio Gonzalez, who reached down to the bag to touch it with his glove. Or was he trying to make a tag?
He's trying to make a tag because he knew that Michael Bourne had beat him to the base. Great hustle by Michael Bourne. You don't take anything for granted in this game, and he smells a hit just because he chopped it to first. He's thinking right now, I'm going to beat Gio Gonzalez to the base. And he did. Yep. Not because of lack of hustle by Gio, not because of him not getting over, just because he's flat out fast. Maybe a little false step right there at the end, or if he runs through the base. A great hustle by Bourne, and now the tying run's aboard.
Bourne is 2 for 3 and now 3 for 5 career against Gio Gonzalez. He's a running threat. Prado in there. Good situation for the Braves now with a very smart number 2 hitter. One of the top 10 hitters in the league this year.
And that might have been a balk from Gio Gonzalez. Terry Pendleton yelling at DJ Rayburn there at first base, and it looked like he almost stepped to home and threw it to first.
At times I've wondered why they don't just draw a line from the middle of the pitching rubber straight over to the first baseline. But depending on where a pitcher sets up on the pitching rubber, that could negate that 45-degree line right there. So something for the umpires to watch, where that right foot lands from a lefty. And now the plot thickens as he goes 2-0 on a good hitter.
You can see the effect that Michael Bourne's having on Gio Gonzalez being on first base. Those first 2 pitches, a little bit quick. He flew open and he missed the strike zone. Up and away.
Then Prado taking a strike. Braves now have 6 hits against Gio Gonzalez. They had 1 hit in 7 innings against him last week.
Good time to play hit and run baseball if you're Freddie Gonzalez.
Yeah, it's the right count. And Prado was trying to go to right field. Doesn't mean the pitcher's going to lay one over the outside corner for you, but that was definitely an inside-out swing.
Well, he's had a tough time today laying off the high fastball from Gio Gonzalez. He struck him out on a check swing his first time up, single his last time up. But like we always say, if he offers at that in a 2-1 count, maybe Gio thinks about throwing one a little bit higher right here and climbing the ladder.
2-2, Bourne holding. Breaking ball popped up. Gio says, I'll take it, but Flores takes charge. Ball was in the air long enough for the catcher to get under it. And a very important out here in the 5th inning. Go to OCOcean.com. Check out Ocean City, Maryland. Click on Summer of Thanks. Special deals and discounts this day in history. How about Davey Johnson? Second last year of his career. 2 pinch hit grand slams. What does a guy have to do to get in the lineup?
Well, that was probably at the end of his career, right?
It was second last year. No wonder he likes guys off the bench who can hit home runs. He was one.
I was just going to say that. No wonder that guy likes pop off the bench. He had it.
Freddie Freeman 0 for 2. Fly ball to center, swinging strikeout. He attacked early in the count, first inning. And then Gio got him on a good breaking ball away second time.
You know what I haven't seen the Nats do all season long? Pitch out. I can't remember one time that this ball club has pitched out with a plus runner on first base.
Good swing by Freeman. That is a foul ball. The Nats get a break. And Lombardozzi was ready to glue himself up against that wall to make sure that ball didn't get behind him.
They catch a huge break because that's tie ball game if it's fair. Michael Bourne read it was going to drop, obviously, because it's on the line. He was getting it around second base. So they catch a huge break right there, and that ball being a little bit foul. Michael Bourne had his hands on his hips, walking back to first base, and I don't know if he tweaked something right there running, but he doesn't look good.
Yeah, you're right. Not looking comfortable.
Or he could just be setting a trap and steal second base right here.
Oh, 2, he's holding. Whoa, what a wild pitch. Unreachable by Flores, as Gio Gonzalez really uncorked one there.
He's talking about pitch outs. That was pretty close to one right there from Gio. So a 90-foot mistake gets the tying run in scoring position with 1 out.
One-two pitch. Goes with that curveball on which he struck out Freeman last time, but he missed by plenty.
That's a fine line for the middle infielders right here in a 1-run game in the 5th inning to keep Michael Bourne close to second base and hustle back to get enough range to keep the ball in the infield. Right there, Ian Desmond and Danny Espinosa didn't pay any attention to Bourne, and he was thinking about stealing third, even with a lefty up. And when you're as fast as Bourne, you can do that. You don't need a right-handed hitter to steal third base, even though there's an open throwing lane for Jesus Flores. When you're as fast as Bourne, you can still rip third with a lefty hitting.
3-2 now with Ugla coming up. Gio takes a look at Bourne. Front door breaking ball to strike him out. Freddie Freeman gave up on it. And Gio Gonzalez strikeout number 5, Kinetic North America pitch track.
Yeah, the curveball's been good from Gio today, especially against lefties. And that's the backyard wiffle ball curveball, and Freddie Freeman had no chance. You see him, the arm speed created right there. Just from when he gets up top to his release point, so much arm speed is created. That's where the spin comes, and that's how come the curveball's so good.
And Jesus Flores, a very quiet job of catching that breaking ball in the inside corner. Here's Ugla, RBI double to the right center gap last time.
He got a little bit of protection on deck. Matt Diaz last time had an absolute bullet to Ian Desmond at shortstop, so that's in the back of Gio's mind. First base open, 2 outs. Even though Ugla's a good hitter, if Diaz swinging a hot bat, you might have to go after Ugla. But like I said in Atlanta, when you have a 30 and 100 guy up there every single year and an all-star, and you have a base open, no offense to anybody on deck, Ugla can hit.
Strikeout leaders, Gio has 5 today, up to 84. Passing Cole Hamels, who pitched last night. Strasburg up to 79 yesterday. Stevens struck out 9 in his 7 innings. They'll go ahead and walk Ugla, 2 on, 2 out for Diaz. And then when you combine them, Nats have won 13 out of 15 decisions, 18 of 21 when they have started. So that's 18 of Washington's 30 wins. So Steve McCaddy a visit with Matt Diaz coming up.
That pitch count starting to get up there. 83 pitches for Gio Gonzalez so far after 4 2/3. And this becomes a very critical point of this baseball game. He's wiggled out of some jams already today, making some big pitches in some big spots when he needs them, getting some help from his defense. But right now, he's really going to have to bear down against Diaz.
Matt Diaz was in the lineup last Sunday night, and against Gio Gonzalez, he pinned Bryce Harper up against the right field wall in his first at-bat. His second at-bat required a good play by Ian Desmond to throw him out, and then Gio Gonzalez struck him out for his 9th out of 10 strikeouts. So they faced each other 3 times, but it was what you would call a hard 0 for 3 for Matt Diaz. And then, of course, the way he scorched the ball his 2nd time up today. A 1-iron type shot caught by Desmond to his left.
And that was a fastball. He hit the shortstop last time, 94 miles an hour.
Yeah, it came back a lot harder than that. 92 for a strike.
Well, coming into today, Diaz 12 for 36, 333 against lefties with a couple of homers.
Getting playing time because of Chipper Jones' injury, which puts Prado at 3rd. He plays a lot of left field when the Braves have their whole lineup out there. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hopefully Chipper will be healthy and Nats fans can pay their tributes to him later in the season when he makes his farewell tour. Diaz going fishing on a Sunday afternoon, strike 2. Cholula hot sauce bringing the heat and the flavor.
Bringing some high heat right there. 93 miles an hour. And you look at where it was, nowhere near. Diaz in hit mode right there, couldn't catch up. And he tried to go back to the well with another elevated fastball. I think he's thinking maybe curveball right here or fastball down and in, but if you saw the sequence right there in pitch track, everything's been away. I think he's got him set up based on the previous pitches for the inner half.
He goes in there and the ball gets away. Runners move up. Bourne to 3rd. Uggla to 2nd.
You got to check that. See if he went.
Second wild pitch of the game.
Did he go? Oh, you got to check that.
Yeah, that's something you got to appeal.
I thought he went.
Flores occupied FP with picking up the baseball there.
I thought he went initially, but because Flores had to run for the baseball, I guess no time to appeal. Looked like he went.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Gio will step off. Diaz steps out. Now the lead run is in scoring position. And the bases are loaded for Jason Hayward in a lefty-lefty matchup.
Yeah, not the worst thing in the world right there with first base open after the wild pitch. Hayward's hit the ball hard a couple of times. And if you remember, first time up, line drive right in Bryce Harper's tracks. Second time up, sent Bryce Harper into the left center field gap, made a nice running catch. So of all the Braves today, it seems like Hayward's seeing Gio Gonzalez the best.
Greg Stammen, just his first few warm-up tosses. Next pitch will be number 90 here in the 5th inning. So Hayward in 2 ball games, 0 for 5 against Gio Gonzalez, who struck him out once, 2 ground balls last week. That is a base hit beyond the dive of Desmond, and the Braves take the lead.
Yeah, almost seems like Jason Hayward, after what happened in the Atlanta series against the Nationals, has come in here today with a little chip on his shoulder. Hit the ball hard all 3 times up. Got another fastball out over the plate. Just a short, compact swing. Smokes a base hit into left field. And just like that, the Braves lead 3-2.
Right-handed hitting David Ross, who has singled and walked, coming up. Looks like Gio needs a breather. His catcher giving it to him. Seven hits for the Braves.
And that's going to be it for Gio. Here comes Davey Johnson.
Wow. So Flores' visit was to give Stammen more time. And Gio Gonzalez is going to last 4 2/3 innings. His previous short was 3 2/3 at Chicago. And then 5 innings at Cincinnati. Other than that, he's always been around for at least 6 and often 7. So the day started out well for Gonzalez, but the Braves have been getting some hits throughout the game. He hasn't had a 1-2-3 today. This call to the bullpen for Craig Stammen, packaged by the UPS store. We love logistics. Evening, and now Atlanta with 7 hits already. Still 2 more runners on as David Ross will face Craig Stammen. Ross against Stammen, career 0 for 1 with a strikeout. First pitch, breaking ball outside.
I see the numbers right there. 218 average against. 4-pitch guy. Fastball, slider, curveball, change. We always talk about the disappearing slider. It's been good all season long. It still has that fastball right there with the run on it to set up that slider.
Yeah, 92 with movement.
Good block right there by Flores. And a first slider from Stammen in the dirt. Flores ready for it. He's been good at that all year.
Stammen, top 8 in the league among relievers with that 1.65 ERA. 7th in strikeouts. 3rd in, actually 3 wins, tied for 4th. And one of the top 8 guys in innings pitched this year as well, not just a 1-inning guy. Fastball misses, 3-1. Bases loaded again. Nats have given the Braves 3 walks in this inning, 4 in the game. And now Andrelton Simmons with that double, 1 for 2 coming in.
That's a guy that was happy when he got 2 runs and 2 swings to start this game off. And you could talk about this inning all you want, but Tommy Hanson settled down nicely. And when you've beaten a team 4 times in a row, you swept them in Atlanta. You took the first game here if you can add on to that 2-run lead, all of a sudden they become demoralized, but not so fast. He battled in this game back to a 3-2 lead. I guess my point is, when you score 2 early, if you can add a couple 1-run innings onto that, all of a sudden the other team says, oh man, we can't beat these guys. We got no chance.
That's at first and third, 1 out following inning. Gonzalez sacrificed. And then Lombardozzi with that little flare to center that Michael Bourne raced and caught. This one popped up right behind the mound. Here comes Desmond, taking charge as a shortstop should. And the Braves will score a couple to take the lead halfway through the game. And the Braves would add 2 runs in the 5th on the big hit. The bases loaded single by Jason Hayward going the other way. And so the Nats have to battle back here. Plenty of baseball left today. Top of the order, bottom 5. And the game summary has Gio Gonzalez out after fewer than 5 innings. Very unusual for him. A big hit by Hayward, now trying to get the offense revved up again.
I talked about it earlier in the game, and let's check out Steve Lombardozzi's first career home run. Fastball down and in, very simple swing, short and quick, hands right to the baseball. A little backspin action. Silent treatment for a minute, then everybody went crazy and congratulating him on his first home run.
Came close to a 2-out, 2-run bloop hit second time, and Bourne robbed him. Jason Worth and Roger Bernardina started the game with back-to-back homers June 16th of last year against St. Louis. And then the Nats needed a Danny Espinosa 3-run homer to walk off with a win. So what you saw today has been done before, but not by 2 rookies. Lombardozzi hits it sharply. Ugla to his left. A fumble, a pickup, and a throw. 1 out. Bryce Harper 1 for 2 with a monstrous home run first time. That will be the first of many visits he will make to the upper deck in right field and right center in this ballpark.
Would you pay to see him against Stanton in the home run derby?
Sure.
I would.
With those Titleist baseballs they use at the All-Star break, you better believe it.
I'd pay at least $10 to see that.
We are told that the balls are a little tighter wound.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Home run derby.
Take them right out of the freezer.
Hansen hitting some good spots here. That was a perfectly placed first pitch to Harper. Off speed low on that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Bryce now hitting over 370 his last 12 games. And he gets a hold of that one. Look at that rocket go to the scoreboard. Bangs about 3 feet from the top. He's thinking 3, and he's going to third, and he is out on a great pick by Martin Prado on an in-between hop. That is a great play by the third baseman.
And a very close play at third base. With 1 out, down by 1, you like the hustle. And I've never seen a guy backspin a ball like this to where it stays up in the air so long. This looked like it was headed for the gap. You're thinking double and almost got out of here. Good hustle by Jason Hayward getting to the baseball, getting it in quick. It allowed for a good relay throw from Simmons. And look at the pick right there, and they got him. Good call. Ron Culpa running out there to third base. Watch the pick. Watch Bryce's foot in the air, and they got him.
8-6-5 with a star next to the 5 for that pick, and Zimmerman takes ball 1.
And that play was double good for Prado on the backside because that ball actually crossed through Bryce Harper. As a fielder, when the ball goes through the runner, you lose sight of it. Prado did a nice job of giving with that to create a bigger hop to grab the tag and get it down.
Let me correct that. 9-6-5. You saw Hayward call off Bourne for the first throw. Jason Hayward has a stronger arm than Michael Bourne, and that helped out too for the Braves. Zimmerman up the middle, and the Braves are throwing some gloves at the Nats this afternoon.
They're playing hard.
Well, they know they need one. They're 4-11 against the East, 0-4 against the Nats.
He's been all over the Gio Gonzalez fastball. First time up, low line drive to center field. Second time up, another bolt in the gap that Bryce Harper ran down. And right here, third time up, gets another fastball. So 3 fastballs from Gio Gonzalez to Jason Hayward today, and he was on all 3 of them.
Well, everybody knows what Hayward's capable of. A couple of years ago as a rookie, he hit .277 with 72 RBIs, and he was number 2 in the Rookie of the Year balloting to Buster Posey.
You know what was odd about the last one, Carp? Gio Gonzalez threw a first pitch fastball to Jason Hayward. It was an 0-1 count. And that count screams for curveball. And I know what Jesus Flores was thinking, that he's going to sit on a curveball right here. And for whatever reason, I don't know if he saw something in Gio Gonzalez's glove. Jason Hayward in an 0-1 count all over another fastball from Gio Gonzalez. That's not a fastball count.
So Tommy Hanson batting here, top of the 6th inning. Now you look up, and he's only thrown 60 pitches in 5 innings. He's gone 14, 9, 15, 14, and 8 with his pitch counts today. So he might be around for a while. Stammen retires his 2nd consecutive batter. So the Braves box score a busy one today with 7 hits. Michael Bourne, a thorn in Gonzalez's side. He's now 3 for 5 against Gio. Runs scored today, stolen base, and really the big hit, though, Ugla in the third, Hayward in the fifth. Guys delivering with men on base. Top of the order, Michael Bourne, forcing Zimmerman to play shallow at third. Ryan was stooped over looking at him, and he never moved as the ball flew over his head right to Lombardozzi. He knew that ball was going to be caught. And a couple of quick outs. Prado coming up. When you're at the ballpark, check out the area around sections 112 and 113. You can check out and buy Nationals game-used, autographed, and team-issued memorabilia. Email memorabilia at nationals.com. Martin Prado is 1 for 3.
I think one thing we have to remember, too, when you get back to Gio Gonzalez, is these guys are human beings. And when you look at his last 5 starts coming in today, he was lights out, right? But 107, 115, 106, 108, and 108 pitches. I don't care who you are, that'll take it out of you.
Little pop fly in the infield. Zimmerman is there. And Craig Stammen gets the first 1-2-3 of the day with LaRoche. Michael Morris and Desmond coming up. Who but W.B. Mason? On to the bottom of the 6th. Braves 3, Nats 2. The Mets are coming. After an off day tomorrow, on Tuesday night, the Nats will throw Jordan Zimmerman against Dylan G. And the Nats haven't officially put out the rest of their pitchers for the series, but I did look at the Mets game notes yesterday, and they have Johan Santana listed on Wednesday night. You would think against Edwin Jackson, and then Shin-Ming Wong after that. They have Jonathan Neese pitching today, so by Thursday that might be R.A. Dickey's turn again. Good series against a ball club that's playing good baseball, the Mets.
You could flip-flop a knuckleball guy with Santana.
Give him an extra day or two. Yeah. Mets and the Cardinals are the Sunday night game tonight.
How about R.A. Dickey in the season he's having? Threw a shutout yesterday. He's 8-1.
Tied with Cole Hamels and Lance Lynn for the league lead in W's. Off speed, a beauty from Hansen. Nissan, pitch track.
If you're Tommy Hansen, you had a rough outing last time. All of a sudden your team gets you a lead. You got to turn into your own closer right here. Wow. Smell the finish line. That was a great 12-6 curveball from Hansen.
Where did he learn that from, Levon? That thing straight down at 72. Adam LaRoche is 0 for 2 today and 0 for 5 with a walk in this series. Fastball right by him. Tommy Hansen, 5th K of the day, and he is seizing the day right now. Find out why the government turns to stginc.com. Michael Morse, don't pitch him over the plate. Belt high or down around the knees. And if he gets extension, bang, go the 9, some of them the other way.
Yeah, 31 home runs last year, and they averaged 412.5 feet. So he didn't hit many wall scrapers last year. Everybody going crazy about Mike Stanton right now in Florida. And when we were down there, at least, his home runs were averaging 410 feet. Michael Morse last year, 412.
Yeah. You put him in an indoor ballpark with the roof closed?
He'd hit the roof.
They've been moving the ball in and out on Mike so far. Struck out looking on an off-speed pitch inside corner last time.
Tommy Hanson, just 67 pitches.
Yeah. An 8-pitch 5th inning, despite the Harper double. Michael Morse rifles one right at Simmons. Wow.
That's a good at-bat for Morse. He's hit the ball hard a couple of times so far. Nothing to show for it. But if you remember last year in April, 15 for 71, a 211 average. It took him a while to get going. He only had 1 home run. And then in May, all heck broke loose. 403 average, 6 home runs, 15 RBIs. And if he gets any elevation on that one whatsoever, it's in the bullpen. So a slow starter last year. It's going to take him a minute, but that's a good sign right there. Hitting that ball right on the screws.
Ian Desmond now, 2 outs, bases empty. And he will be popped up. LaRoche and Desmond have cooled off considerably here over the last week or so. Nats go quickly on to the 7th now. 3-4-5 for the Braves coming up, leading by a run. Since, and this one into the 7th inning. Check out the Nats 5-game flex plan. Pick 4 games, a 5th one is yours free. Check it out, nationals.com/flex. Some restrictions apply, and some of those packages start as low as $60. Craig Stammen has come on to register 4 outs on 14 pitches, 9 of them strikes. Faces Freddie Freeman. Important to keep it close here as the late innings roll around. Freeman today 0 for 3 against Gio Gonzalez with a fly ball to center and 2 strikeouts. Well hit, well picked by Desmond on the backhand side, and then the rocket to finish it off.
And my old coach in Montreal and the former Major League manager Jerry Manuel would say, play with it, Ian. And that's exactly what he did right there. He'd take a hard play like that and make it look easy. This ball smoked. And Ian Desmond playing with it. Giving a little bit on the backhand side of the short hop, knowing he's got a lot of time. Watch this. That is just awesome.
Really no other way you can play that one. Here's Ugla, RBI double, intentionally walk last time. The Marlins have just scored 3 in the 7th at Philadelphia. They've knocked out Joe Blanton, and they lead the Phils 5-0. And they're 1 game behind the Nats, as are the Mets, who play tonight.
Jose Reyes with a 2-run double.
Homers by Zambrano and Hanley Ramirez earlier. And the count 1-2 from Craig Stammen, who keeps pumping strikes. This will be his last inning. Pitcher spot due up third after the stretch. There's Mike Gonzalez, the new Nationals lefty. Used to pitch for the Braves. Ryan Perry dropped from the bullpen before today's game. That one bounces. Mike Gonzalez split the season last year between Baltimore 49 games and 7 in Texas. He was with the Braves 07, 08, 09 after his early days with Pittsburgh. And a 2-2 hit out to center. High and deep. Harper there. Glasses blazing with the sunshine. 2 outs. Today's copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Washington Nationals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the expressed written consent of the Washington Nationals. Crowd of around 40,000 today. 41,042 here yesterday. First pitch strike, front door to Matt Diaz.
And Stammen's been so good all season long. I think sometimes we take him for granted, just coming in, ho-hum, throwing strikes, getting outs. ERA at 1.53 right now. Been doing the job all season long. And that's a big curveball right there from Craig Stammen. This is a 12-6 curveball. I'll also throw a slider in the mid-80s to go with this, but this is the one. Ooh, it's so slow and has so much break, it's hard to stay back.
How do you figure out the plane on which to swing at that? No balls and 2 strikes. And he puts one down in the dirt, the out pitch. Flores to LaRoche, and another 1-2-3 for Stammen, who has retired. 7 hitters in a row.
Get your rally wings on, Screech. Let's go.
So the Nats will go into the 7th inning stretch. 3 hitters coming up, Espinosa, Flores, and then the pitcher's spot. 7th inning stretch brought to you by Hyundai. If it's fuel efficient, affordable, stylish, and safe, it's probably a Hyundai. Local Dodge dealer this week. 3-2 Braves. This one going bottom 7. Craig Stammen wrapping up 2 1/3 of scoreless relief with only a walk, and the Mets will be here on Tuesday night. Jordan Zimmerman Opponents are hitting just $154 against him when they get runners in scoring position. He split 4 career decisions against the Mets with a good 3.65 ERA. And the Mets are scheduled to throw Dylan Chi on Tuesday night, Johan Santana Wednesday. We'll see. That section before and after every ball game right here on Mass and HD.
It's another great crowd here at Nats Park today. Last night the place was rocking. Today once again coming out to see their Nats.
A lot of early excitement, and who would have guessed that 6 innings later we'd be talking about trying to get another run. First 2 guys of the game hit home runs, Lombardozzi and Harper. Harper later a double, thrown out at third in the 5th inning. Other hits from Danny Espinosa and Jesus Flores.
I love to see all the red in the stands. See all the fans in the stands, and we talked about it yesterday. When you have a long road trip and you're playing in hostile environments, you get back to your ballpark, you feed off this energy. I was thinking last night, maybe on a Friday night, well, it's always an electric atmosphere in here. Everybody wears red, and you call it Code Red Friday. Everybody wears a red T-shirt. You don't see anything but red in this ballpark. You know, like when you go to a Nebraska football game, maybe Oklahoma football game.
Big red.
Just rock your red. We call it Code Red Friday. I'm ordering a Code Red for next Friday night. Whenever the next Friday night game is here, everybody wear red. Get this place jumping. Why not?
Tommy Hanson hasn't thrown 70 pitches yet.
That's a big game. Obviously, you go for the 2-game sweep against the Braves. So we've seen it all year with this team, especially at home. Down by a couple of runs late today, down by 1. They usually find a way to figure it out. And with the ball carrying today, this ballpark's playing very small, and they're swinging the bats. This game's far from over.
Danny Espinosa 2 for 2. Bunt base hit in the 2nd. Opposite field double over Matt Diaz's head in the 4th. And, of course, Davey Johnson has a couple of left-handed bats. Rick Ankiel, Roger Bernardina available.
And Danny nice and slow with his lower half today. Seeing the ball big. A couple of good at-bats. Base hit bunt his first time. Double last time.
Takes that breaking ball to turn the count in his favor. Jesus Flores has a base hit today. Then we'll see what Davey does with the number 9 spot. Lays off the high fastball, which at times has been a tough pitch for him. Well done.
And this is a count where Danny Espinosa, same swing as last time. Don't try to do too much right here. You got the good hack going today. Your feet are nice and slow. There's a temptation right here to think tie the ball game up. Just put a good swing on it.
Pretty good pitch outside corner. Can't blame a guy for taking that.
You get a 3-1 slider. You got to take it. It was a borderline pitch.
Kind of an unusual ball game today. The only leadoff man the Nats have had aboard was doing a home run trot, Lombardozzi. Since then, nobody on to lead off an inning. Target outside half. Espinosa pulls it. Freeman to his left with a good play by the big man. Take the Nats with you whenever you're out of our market here. MLB.tv, every game live online on your favorite device in HD quality. Visit Nationals.com for details and to order MLB.tv. Baseball everywhere. Jesus Flores 1 for 2 tonight.
Yesterday's hero got a fastball up. Hit his second home run of the year. Got some pop. Dangerous hitter. Rick Akeel steps out on deck. So's he.
He pulls this one foul. Flores one yesterday was a towering drive left center.
I thought he got him right there. It was just a little quick, pulled it foul. But yesterday, got a pitch up from Brandon Beachy. Probably the only mistake Beachy had made to that point of the game, and rode it out of the ballpark.
Flores second of the year. And a 1-1 pitch coming here. He'll lay off, get the count in his favor.
I'm sure he got the attention of Tommy Hanson right there with that long strike. I'd be surprised if he sees anything on the inner half after that swing.
He gets this one off the end of the bat, carrying to the wall, and that ball is caught by Matt Diaz. Oh, another inch up the bat, and that thing's well out of here. That's how strong Jesus Flores is.
Ball's flying today in this ballpark. Warm day, not a lot of wind up there, and I thought he got him. Good extension right there. Flores thinks it's got a chance, checking it out all the way. Diaz goes back to the track, finds the fence, and right up against the wall, makes the catch. So Flores, a couple of good swings right there, got my heart going.
Rick Ankiel is a pinch hitter this year, 2 for 6 with a pair of RBIs. Roger McDowell visiting his pitcher, who still has a very reasonable pitch count. Left-hander Eric O'Flaherty's been joined by Chad Durbin. Durbin pitched yesterday, walked one man, Jesus Flores, in the 7th inning. And prolonged visit here.
Excuse me, partner. We talk about this all the time. Yeah, when you go over the lineups before the game, that's exactly what you do. You go over the lineup. So all of a sudden the pinch hitter comes up there. For McDowell, he's telling Hanson, hey, elevate the fastball on Ankiel. He'll chase it up late, but be careful. He's got pop to all fields, and he's going to be swinging. So you go over the lineup, but very rarely do you go over the bench guys. That's why you take trips out to the mound sometimes when a pinch hitter comes up.
Ankiel, 3 homers on the year. And the count's even 1-1. All right, now they've thrown a couple of them in the dirt to him. And we'll often see pitchers go with what you call the elevator fastball. Mike Gonzalez joined by Sean Burnett. Evidently for the 8th, if the game's tied or the Nats lead, probably Burnett. If it stays 3-2, probably Gonzalez. In his Nationals debut, Ankiel will strike out and be thrown out. And this one goes to the 8th inning. Nats only have 2 hits, no runs since the 2nd, trailing 3-2. For starting lineups, in-game updates, and Nats team coverage you can't afford to miss, sign up for Masson mobile alerts by texting Nationals to 29292. You probably would have known by now that Mike Gonzalez was in the bullpen, one of 4 Nationals lefties out there now. Ryan Perry sent down today. And Gonzalez at the age of 34, 172 minor league games with 387 at this level. And a career 2.94 ERA. You'll see a very unusual setup and an approach to the plate that would seem to indicate lefties don't like hanging in against this guy. Hayward will get that opportunity right here.
Yeah, 3-pitch guy, fastball, slider, change. Fastball run up there in the low 90s. The slider in the low 80s. Same with the change.
He'll rock a couple of times and then fire. Misses upstairs there. Hayward, 3 big swings today. One of them finally fell in for him last time. A 2-run single. Out of play, left side. Gonzalez made 1 appearance at AAA after the Nats signed him, an inning and a third with a couple of strikeouts. That ball flared to left, and right there to grab it, Lombardozzi. Spent 3 weeks with the Nats extended spring training squad after signing a minor league contract on the 8th of May. He had his best season, 06, when he had 24 saves with the Pirates. David Ross, a base hit and 2 walks today.
And this is taking standing on the third base side of the rubber to a whole new level. He's almost on the side of the mound. Look at, I mean, he's tilting toward the Braves dugout.
Yeah, pretty much has to step uphill to get squared on the rubber.
I don't know a whole lot about standing over there, but that's far. That's really far on the third base side.
2-0 changeup to David Ross. By the way, Ryan Perry optioned 1-0 with a 10.13 ERA and 7 appearances with the Nats. I'm surprised his walk-up music isn't "Climb Every Mountain" from The Sound of Music.
A couple of good change-ups in a row from Gonzalez. So once he gets back up to the top of the mountain, he got good stuff.
2 balls, 2 strikes. That ball hit hard on a hanging breaker. And David Ross has a perfect day. 2 hits, 2 walks. I'm not sure any major league player could walk into the clubhouse if his walk-up music was from The Sound of Music.
He could. He'd just have his own section.
They're going to run for Ross now. Brandon Beachy. And they'll probably go with J.C. Boscan to catch the rest of the way. And that indicates that Freddie Gonzalez considers this a pretty important run. He wants somebody with some hops running the bases here.
I'm pretty impressed with Simmons, even though it's been 2 games watching him play. Great actions at shortstop. Got a short swing. And the future's bright for this guy. Probably tough to get a fastball by him. The swing is so very short. Gets his foot down early right to the baseball. And we like what we've seen at shortstop, too. Good actions.
It's up and in. There's the catcher, J.C. Boscan, on deck. And then he'll stay in. That one scorched right at Espinoza. Picks it clean, and then Desmond turns the 4-6-3. A lot of time left for the Nats in this one. Top of the order coming up, bottom of the 8th. Batters of the game, not able to generate much of any offense since then. Thanks to Tommy Hanson, 84 pitches, 58 strikes. He strikes out 6 in 7 innings and holds down the Nats. And Gio Gonzalez roughed up for 7 hits today. Cholula bringing the heat and the flavor. Cholula hot sauce with our pitching recap today.
More like off speed for Tommy Hanson. We watched his last start against the Cardinals, and his slider was flat, his curveball was okay, but today did a nice job of regrouping between starts. He and Roger McDowell must have figured something out because the off speed was great today, and he kept the Nats off balance all day long.
Appearance number 22 for Eric O'Flaherty. In 19 innings, 18 strikeouts, 8 walks.
And you also got to give a guy credit. After giving up 2 home runs to start a game off, settling down, regrouping, and getting the job done.
Jose Constanza in left. And he will be the leadoff man in the 9th. J.C. Boscan behind the plate now. And he is hitting 7th. The pitcher is hitting 5th.
Oh, you can make the argument that the save's right here, right now. Top of the order for the Nats. Guy's been swinging the bat good all day long, especially the first 2. Sometimes the save comes in the 8th inning, not the 9th.
2-0 pitch can be big right here, and he gets it in there. A leadoff walk, any kind of base runner aboard would be nice here.
A lot of leadoff hitters right here. This is an automatic take. Down by 1 run. Fill the count up. You figure you're going to get the same pitch. 3-2 as you get 3-1. Let's see what Lombardozzi does.
That is a strike, and it was right near the knees, near that inside corner.
He's got the benefit of a couple of calls. I thought strike 1 was up. You saw Boscan frame that. And that was a good pitch right there, but I thought the first strike was out of the zone up.
3-2 to Lombardozzi. That is close, and it's ball 4.
Great take.
Wow, how do you take that?
There's no way that Davey Johnson bunts Bryce Harper right here, is there?
I'm not sure he's one of those guys you play to tie with. You play for the lead, right? The way he's hitting the ball.
He's almost had 2 home runs today. The last time up, the double off the top of the fence that I couldn't believe stayed in the air that long. And the upper deck shot, his first time up. Seeing it big, swinging it good. Let him hack.
Bryce Harper last week in Atlanta in that series was 5 out of 11 with 2 home runs. So counting today, he is now 7 out of 14 with 3 long balls against the Braves.
And he couldn't have hit that first pitch with a 38-inch bat.
Now he's behind 0-2, and this will be quite a battle for him. His plate discipline has been impressive. In his first 5 weeks of Major League Baseball, 21 strikeouts, 16 walks. (118 appearances, not that many strikeouts.
He tell himself keep the front side closed right there. O'Flaherty trying to tease the strike zone on the outer half. Got the benefit of a call early in the zone. Looking in the at bat, excuse me, and now he's trying to expand the zone away.
2-2 now. Harper spits on that one. Ball 3. How about the takes by these young hitters?
And knowing the strike zone is so important at the highest level because you're facing pitchers that can dissect it. And if you can lay off borderline pitches, that'll make them have to come over the plate.
3-2, Lombardozzi holding. Harper offers. Look at that at bat. 2 consecutive walks. So when you don't let the rookies hit it out of the ballpark, they won't swing at anything right off the plate.
At times, Bryce Harper uses a 35-ounce bat, and it takes a strong man to hold up right there like that. The only guy I've seen better than that is Jason Giambi. He can hold up with the best of them. But Bryce Harper checks his swing, gets ball 4. Now the Nats are in business, first and second. Nobody out here in the 8th. And this is where they got to get the job done. They're going to win this game. It's right now.
No activity in the Atlanta bullpen, so this is O'Flaherty's inning with 2 of the next 3 hitters, big, strong right-handers, Zimmerman and Morse, with LaRoche in between. Ryan is 0 for 3 today. Spots like this he has thrived on in his career in late game situations.
He's due.
Ryan is 4 for his last 28. He's 0 for 7 in this series. Lombardozzi and Harper have been on a combined 5 times today. And Zimmerman, half swing, strike 2.
Now, right now, if you're Ryan Zimmerman, you got to walk around, regroup, throw that one away, and know that you got 1 big strike left. He definitely went right there, chased a high fastball up, first pitch. Now, if you're O'Flaherty, do you climb the ladder right here in an 0-2 count?
Crowd of 38,046 making some 8th inning noise. Zimmerman takes one just off the plate. Story of this inning has been O'Flaherty getting ahead, and then Nats hitters showing great discipline. Way inside, counts even.
You walk the first 2 batters in a 1-run baseball game in the 8th inning. More times than not, the team on offense finds a way to plate those runs. You can't walk guys out of the bullpen late in the game and win.
Zimmerman with a double play ball. Third base Lombardozzi with 2 outs.
Let's check out the sequence to Ryan Zimmerman. First pitch fastball up in his eyes. Thinking big things, can't catch up. Check swing. So he battles back to a 2-2 count. And then gets a pitch out over the plate. And a 4-6-3 double play quiets the crowd here at Nats Park. Look at Bryce Harper going in to take out the middle infielder right there.
Zimmerman hitting into a team-leading 8th double play of the year. It's up to Adam LaRoche now with 2 outs. And he gets one in the air to left. Constanza is there. And that inning came apart in a hurry. The Nats have stranded 5 to the 9th. 3-2 Atlanta. Nats have racked up 7 strikeouts today, and the Washington area Toyota dealers help children receiving medical treatment and their families while at the National Institutes of Health. Every strikeout earns the Children's Inn at NIH $37 this year. Sean Burnett takes over for the Nats to try to keep this a 3-2 game. 21st appearance. The ERA just keeps going down. 0.57 now. 1 run in 15 2/3.
Yeah, the fastball's been good. The slider's been good. Changeup's been good too. Pounding the strike zone. Confidence levels high. You see the opponent's average right there. Tough to get hits off Sean Burnett.
Jose Constanza leads off for the Braves. Started in the number 9 spot yesterday, went 2 for 3 with a double and a base hit. As Freddie Gonzalez batted Brandon Beachy, his starter, 8th. A lot of first pitch strikes from Burnett this year. Phillies have picked up a run, but they are in the 9th at Citizens Bank Park. And the Marlins lead 5-1, preparing to take 2 out of 3 up there. Atlanta closer Craig Kimbrell with 15 saves is warming. And if the Nats don't do something about it in the bottom of the 9th, there could be a 3-way tie atop the National League East later tonight. So here we are at Nats Park. 4 o'clock hour rolls around. Well pitched, well played game, but the Nats have been shut down now for 7 innings. And Jesus Flores took the brunt of that foul tip. Ron Culpa will help him out by walking it off a bit.
It looked like that might have got him on the forearm. Check it out. Oh.
Forearm, shoulder.
That just ruined Jesus Flores' day off.
He needs one.
That's one of those deals that's going to get tight tonight and not feel good all day tomorrow. Two-two
pitch. And it'll be fair. And LaRoche can take it right to the bag. Top of the order now, Bourne and Prado, the next two. Bourne, one hopper. Desmond, no, he can't wait too long. Ian's played well at short today for sure. And it'll be Martin Prado now with 2 outs. In the bottom of the 9th, Morse, Desmond, and Espinoza. But if you go Zimmerman, LaRoche, Morse, Desmond today, the Nats are 0 for 14 in the middle of their lineup. Time for something to happen, bottom of the 9th, to get this thing at least back even. Prado 1 for 4 today with a base hit and a run.
Yeah, don't forget about Michael Morse's last at bat. That could have been a tremor before the earthquake. That line drive he hit to shortstop, hit it right on the screws.
Well, Michael Bourne's speed, the guy who just made the out, has figured into this game today. The hit he robbed Lombardozzi of early that could have made it 4-0. And then beating out that infield hit, the ground ball to LaRoche. Got them a big run back there in the 5th inning, FP.
I think in a one-run game, that's the play of the game by far right now. Little chopper to first base. He put his head down and hustled.
He doesn't beat that out. Could have been a 1-2-3 inning. That ball pulled to Zimmerman. Tough play. Off Ryan's glove. His glove kind of throws it down to Jesus Flores, and Prado is safe. It's a do-or-die play, and Ryan is probably the most aggressive third baseman in baseball.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how they scored. I think this is a hit all the way. And like you said, do-or-die play, you come up with it. We've seen him make that play a bunch of times, but it was going to be close at first either way.
Nationals.com. 3 nice home games left on this homestand. Tuesday, Wednesday are night games. Thursday afternoon before the Nats go to Boston. They've given a hit on that play. And now it's Burnett and Freeman.
Another little interesting play, if you want to go back in a one-run baseball game, I think was in the 2nd inning. 1st and 3rd, 1 out, and Gio Gonzalez bunted right there. Davey Johnson choosing to stay out of the double play with the ground ball. Get another guy in scoring position for the hot hitting Steve Lombardozzi.
And that's when Bourne made that play.
There's the old thought process. Well, if you let your pitcher swing away right there, he could hit into a double play and end the inning. And there's the other way, thinking, well, maybe if he hits a sac fly here, he can pick up a run. And we saw him do that last time out in Atlanta. Sac fly, fly ball to left field. And one-run baseball games in your division, there's a lot of things throughout the course of a game that can turn it either way.
Well, we've seen that today for sure.
That's the way it's going to be the rest of the season, especially when you're playing the Braves, the Marlins, the Phillies, the Mets. It doesn't matter. Everybody in this division is tough, and every game is going to be like this.
Sean Burnett would like the inning to end right here with Freddie Freeman. Dan Uggla has 1 for 4 career against Burnett. I like to leave him on deck and get this one to the bottom of the ninth. 0-2. What does he have for Freeman, who's 0 for 4 today? Breaking ball, well outside. Swing and a miss on a big breaker. Burnett gets it to the bottom of the ninth, where Michael Morse will lead off. Ian Desmond follows him, and then 2 for 3, Danny Espinosa.
Johnny Holiday along with Phil Wood. We're going to be with you with Nats Extra postgame coming up. And one swing of the bat from Jason Hayward, the difference in this game, Phil.
Left-handed hitter off a left-handed pitcher. Not a great day for Gio Gonzalez. The day he finds out he's the National League Pitcher of the Month for the month of May. Not real sharp today, but they still got 3 outs to go, Johnny.
Yep, they got Morse, they got Desmond, Espinosa coming up, and you've got Bob and FP back upstairs.
Yeah, and if anybody can get some runs, it's us two, that's for sure. Craig Kimbrell will lead off. Thank you, Johnny. 15 saves for Kimbrell right now. 46 a year ago, 23 the year before that. He just had his 24th birthday last weekend, and he is bringing it right now for the Braves. And look at the opponent's batting average. Even lefties, who you would think would have a chance. No, sir.
That's because of the devastating slider he features to go along with the mid-90s fastball. And you get a guy like Michael Morse in there with as much pop as he has. If he can get that barrel in the strike zone and turn around that 96, it's going to go a long ways.
Michael Morse 0 for 3 today, 0 for 7 since his return. And against Craig Kimbrell, he is 1 for 5 with a walk. No Nat has ever taken this guy deep. Front door breaking ball. He gets the call. Looked like an inside pitch.
All of a sudden, we haven't talked about Ron Culpa all day. That looked like a good pitch with the frame on the backside. We've seen the last couple of innings. The Braves are getting some calls.
Comes back with the 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Man, that first call really turns around and at bat.
I thought that one was down too, and so did Michael Morse. He didn't like the call.
The ball just explodes out of his hands.
Ooh. I think he caught a break on that one. 99 miles an hour on the black. Let's check it out one more time. Michael Morse, ball or strike. Just off the plate, great eye. And look where the Braves outfield is playing. You talk about no doubles.
Wow. It's almost a no homers defense.
They're way out there, pinned up against the wall because of the pop Michael Morse features.
2-2, and Michael strikes out on a breaking ball that bounces. In this series, and this goes back to yesterday too, The Braves have totally controlled the middle of the Nationals batting order.
You see the spike grip right there on the slider from Kimbrel. Great shot, guys. Creates a lot of extra spin right there. That ball not a strike out of his hand. A devastating slider with 2 strikes from Kimbrel.
In this series, the Nats 3, 4, 5, and 6 hitters have 1 infield hit. Here's Ian Desmond 0 for 3. He goes front door with that breaking ball again, just like he did to Morse. Very little reaction time.
98 miles an hour. When you talk about a fastball that appears to rise, watch this. This looks like a riser. 98. Wow. Ian Desmond thought that was going to be belt high. It ended up over his head almost. And he tries to paint 99 on the black with 2 strikes.
Braves are trying to beat the Nats for the first time this year in 5 games. Danny Espinosa's had a good day. Desmond gone, 2 outs. Nats Extra Postgame Show presented by WB Mason. Johnny and Phil when this one is over right here from the ballpark. Danny Espinosa, bunt base hit and a double. Espinosa against Kimbrel, 0 for 2 career with 2 strikeouts. When he throws that breaking ball for strikes, wow.
I came in the booth today and I told you I think Aroldis Chapman is the best closer in baseball. All of a sudden, you might have to think twice after watching Kimbrel today. .100 right down the middle.
Braves probably can't say enough about what Tommy Hanson did today after his tough start, giving up consecutive homers in the first and then nothing on 4 hits the rest of the way. Oh, 2 to Espinosa. And that didn't take long, did it? 2 hours and 38 minutes for the Braves to salvage one. They beat the Nats 3-2. And who would have thought with the start of this one it would end like it did? So there's your Natitude, and it's the Mets coming in on Tuesday night to face Jordan Zimmerman and the Nats with Dylan G. This has been a Masson presentation. Nats Extra from the ballpark, brought to you by WB Mason with Johnny and Phil. From the booth, so long for just a